I got the canner running over here doing beans, but I'm fixing to do tomatoes next. And we're going to blanch the tomatoes. I can't remember if I've gone over that with anybody or not in a video. So to do that, you got to put boiling water on and make you a bowl of ice water. I got the pan here to boil. I'm fixing to put ice in this here tub, and then we'll blanch them. Okay, so pop your tomato in the boiling water. I just usually do 2 at a time because they keep easier that way. And then I have a couple in here that I have already slipped over into the ice water. That will get them going here, and then you just literally slip the skin right off. If I had more than one hand here, it would do it. Now that bad spot in that one is actually where it was leaning against another. So that gets cut out after you blanch them. But see how well these come off? And then you can dehydrate your skins if you needed dehydrated tomato skins to add to your soups and juices. You know, tomato soup and chilies and all of that kind of stuff. So otherwise, you can put them in compost or give them to your critters. But from here, I take the peeled tomato and I put it in a bowl of other peeled tomatoes, and then I will core those. Okay, so here, anyhow, you can put a slit in it with a knife, and that helps to pull it off easier. But 2 hands is so much faster to remove. And that is done. Alright, so with this, you're going to clearly not keep this spot. And it'll go in deep, probably, but just go in all the way around it. Chunk it out of there. And then remove the core out of it. And then I will take and put, I'm doing these tomatoes quartered up or whole or whatever fits in the lid of my jar. So, and they'll be done in their own juice. The peelings go in the bucket. That's over here by me and your sister. I've recruited the other kids as help. Anyhow, I've just removed bad spots and cored this tomato. Done. So to help with the acidity levels in the tomatoes, you should put in 2 tablespoons of lemon juice to each quart. 1 tablespoon into each pint jar. And then also salt if you want. A little bit more, is that okay? Anyhow, this helps with the acidity level, and then we'll finish filling this here jar up, and I'll show you how you squish them all down and stuff. And then she's got pickling and canning salt, and that'll be 1 teaspoon of salt in each jar also. You can put them in the bottoms, but guess what? I got ahead of myself here, so I'm not putting them in the bottoms. Generally, I do. Okay, now I take my tomatoes. I just kind of halved them, chunked them up a little bit or whatever. Put them right down into my jar. And then when you get to the bottom of, when you get the jar about full, you push on it. Let's see here. Maybe. It's not full enough, but now you push on it and it makes its own juices. Okay, so anyhow, see how I'm squeezing them in here? You just push it in, and it also gets rid of the air bubbles for you. You can use a spatula, but I'm really unorganized at the moment. So, we're just doing what we got. Anyhow, that's tomatoes packed in their own juices, and these will be thrown in things like chili. Goodness. Okay, wipe your rims really, really good, especially when it's something as messy as this. It's way easier to do two-handed, but I lost my tripod at camp out. Place your flat, which is a regular mouth flat for a regular mouth lid. Put your band on. They stay finger tight just right. And then because these are water bath, they go into the water bath canner. This is 7 quarts. It's a full load. Alright, then you drop the rack down in. That leaves the jar sitting on the rack as is. The water should be over your lids. These definitely are. You're in there. You're good. And then you put your lid on and you wait. When you get to the full rolling boil, it's 45 minutes of rolling boil. And yeah, these are cherries back here. I'm just kind of using them as diced tomatoes because, well, we have cherries coming out of our ears. So put the lid on it, 45 minutes, rolling boil. The water was warmed up, but not boiling hot, so it didn't shock the jars. 45 minutes are up, and I made a bloody mess of the stove where the canner was way over the tops. So with that, take off my lid and watch it fall down. And since I do have more going in, this time it's only 4 jars to go in because then I'm finally out of tomatoes. You just reach in with your jar lifter, like so. Handle. This is your handle. Then there's your gripper part, and you pull it straight out, like so. And then you bring it and set it on a towel next to the green beans that I just finished. Okay, so I got them all set now. There's space in between all the jars so that it has airflow. Not so much that one, but airflow so that they can cool more evenly. That way I hopefully get a good seal. There we go. So that's it. That is canning, blanching, and then canning tomatoes in their own juice. Very easy done and very great for use this winter.